Hello, my name is Kaylin Warwick and I am a student at Cabrini College. Many topics in the world seem to be that of uncharted territory for various reasons, such as ignorance or even total cluelessness as to how to recognize the problem at hand. One such topic that fails to be reported about time and time again is child neglect. According to childwelfare.gov, child neglect is defined as any recent act or failure to act on the part of a parent or caregiver which results in death, serious physical or emotional harm, sexual abuse or exploitation, or an act or failure to act which presents imminent harm. It is of great importance to be able to recognize warning signs of child neglect, as they are not always obvious. Most often, cases of child neglect happen at home, where it can be easily hidden away from the public and take place in secrecy without many witnesses. Neglect cases can range from mild to severe, but it is important to report cases of neglect even in the simplest forms. Even mild cases of neglect, such as failing to strap a child into a car seat properly, can easily snowball into severe neglect in different aspects of the child's life if not handled properly or in time. Mild cases of neglect may include circumstances such as a child dressed inadequately in winter. Severe cases of child neglect may also be hidden, such as failing to provide medical attention to a child in need. Failure to recognize the warning signs of child neglect includes often appearing sluggish, demonstrating poor hygiene, or talks of caring for other siblings. Warning signs that are not often recognized are those of the parent, such as seeming to not care about what the child does, seeming depressed, or dependent on substances such as alcohol and drugs. In a story told on childhelp.org, a very young girl named Charity and her siblings were neglected by their stepmother. The children were regularly deprived of food and forced to go hungry while their father was away, and were routinely beaten. Charity, a very young girl at the time, recalls a time in which she was beaten to the point that she begged God to take her life because of how much pain and suffering she had endured and witnessed. Raising children may not be easy, but a helpless child should not need to worry about being provided with the basic necessities of life or the security of a home. Charity expressed that she did not understand how one did not take notice to the neglect inflicted upon her and her siblings, and that it was perhaps due to her becoming so good at hiding it. After enduring 8 long years of abuse and neglect, a teacher finally took time to ask if she was being harmed, which eventually led her and her siblings to healthy and stable lives. This is a story that highlights how impactful a simple question like "How are you?" can impact the course of an entire life. It is very important to realize that child neglect is an imminent problem that is more often ignored than taken care of. In no way, shape, or form should the topic of child neglect be neglected itself. The voices of the children need to be heard, and it is time for us to give them our undivided attention.